start.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, welcome to the Total Apex Sports Podcast, episode 9. I am your host tonight, Mr. Brandon Ellis, and I have with me sports writers and fantasy sports writers Jacob Perrine and Jordan Ramos, along with one of the owners of Total Apex Media, Mr. Matt Brown.
Yeah, I just decided to put Matt. I apparently I'm like Cher and Chewbacca. I don't put my last name on things.
How's everyone doing tonight, fellas?
Great sports time. A lot going on. I mean, even with the NFL kind of winding down into this weird pre-draft period. Lots of great stuff going on with baseball season, NCAA tournament, basketball, getting ready for the playoffs. Lots of stuff happening.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff happening.
Camera's messed up, but all good.
Camera is messed up on Jordan's end, so you'll see his still all show, but it's okay. He'll fix it the next time, hopefully. But anyway, let's get on into it. With MLB, we had the MLB opening day on Wednesday, technically, with the Giants and Yankees game on Netflix. Now, the game was not the best game, as the Yankees scored 7 early in the game and won the game handily, everything like that. Let's start with Matt here on some quick thoughts on that Wednesday night game for Netflix.
I mean, cool, I guess, for Netflix. They're clearly wanting to get into the live sports view. I would anticipate that within 10 to 15 years, Netflix will own some broadcasting rights to some major sports that we will be watching Netflix for most of our sporting of this sport. I don't know. Yeah. This is the problem anytime that you have one exclusive game, and this is not just with baseball, this is anything. I mean, how many games in the NFL are the Sunday night game and it's, it's 28-0 at the half, and you're like, all right, well, guess I don't really need to watch this. Anytime you do a standalone game, you run the risk of it being kind of a dud.
Yeah, 100%. Agree with that. I mean, that's the risk with the Netflix proposal here. In the game, like you said, the game that night wasn't the Giants' best showing that night. Jordan, what is your concern level for the Giants and Logan Webb after that performance on Wednesday?
Besides the first inning, Webb was terrible during that second inning. His split, he didn't trust his breaking stuff. He was getting hit all around in just one inning. And that's how a lot. And I'll talk about Paul Skenes later on the show. How one bad inning could really, really be not defining, but it was bad. He just did not have his best stuff. Even after that, the other two innings, he was calmed down a bit. He just got hit. They still would have lost because he gave up two crucial runs in the fifth inning.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned about the offense.
Yeah.
You got 3 hits off of Matt Reed after that first inning where you had runners in scoring position and you couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
that is concerning. And along with today's game, 3-0 the bottom of the night, you only got 1 hit. Yeah, that is concerning. That is very, very dang. That is not good. And this is from a first time manager coming from Tennessee. Have fun.
Yeah. So that's the thing too. He's coming from the University of Tennessee and everything like that. And he had success in college. The MLB is a different animal. Now I want to get into, speaking of the Yankees and everything like that. Nick had this comment about Paul Skenes about it's not loving the Yankees are going to call him up and everything like that. Well, Mr. Skenes did not look good for the Pittsburgh Pirates on opening day. Jacob, I'll let you dive into some of those thoughts real quick.
Well, I think and that was kind of a surprising performance considering how well he looked in the World Baseball Classic. I mean, it's a little concerning, but also you can't. It's just one game. It's the opening of the season, so you can't take too much away from it because I feel like 5 starts down the line, he's going to be back to doing what he does best, being the best pitcher in the league. So I wouldn't take too much away from it, but man, he got beat up. That was probably the biggest beating I've seen him take in his entire MLB career.
Yeah, I agree.
And the reason for that is bad fielding. You look at that first inning.
Yeah.
If O'Neal Cruz had a good jump in that ball, that it would have been 2-2. And if he had worn sunglasses, it would have been a 2-2 game. Game would have been still a slugfest.
Yeah,
because Peralta and Skenes were not good.
Yeah, because then it just snowballed from that point on.
It snowballed for sure.
Opening day is so funny because you want a win so badly. Like you want to start your season off on such a good note. And yet it's just one of 162 games.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick just posted with the overrated prospect. I mean, what year is Cruz in now? I mean, it's not like I'm an up and coming prospect.
He's not
now.
like building him up and coming.
Like 4th, 5th.
Yeah, he's been
in the least 4th.
He's been in the league for at least like a couple of years.
This is supposed to be now. You've got Skenes, you got Cruz, you got this is the time where they're supposed to kind of make their run, so to speak, before they get rated by the bigger programs.
Yeah,
and not a great start. Not a great start. Though it is worth noting they did put up 7 runs, albeit
even then, that was mostly garbage.
I mean, there's some garbage time runs in there that maybe everyone on the Mets wasn't really locked in when they were up 11 to something, but still,
11-5.
It's something there. But I think where any of this stuff gets concerning, no matter what team you're rooting for, if it's the first month of the season, it's a struggle. Well, now is when you got to start wondering about things. One start doesn't concern me as much.
And also too, and I'm sure me and Chris will get into it on Sunday with the baseball podcast. So tune into that. Plug for that show. That's going to be a pilot show with me and Chris. It's going to be great. Also, before I get into the next topic on the slide, I got to talk about the Nationals win over the Cubs. That one was probably that was the stunner of opening day yesterday. The Nats were projected to be one of the worst teams.
Yeah. It's mostly because of the pitching. That's why. Like the hitting's always been fine. I do like Dallin Lyle. He was very good against the Mets during that last weekend game.
Yeah.
So that's one for me that I wanted to highlight real quick that Andrew didn't have on here was the Nats. The Nats surprising win over the favorite right now in the NL Central, the Cubs. I think the Cubs will bounce back. I think they are probably already have if they're playing today. I'm not 100% sure right now.
They're playing tomorrow.
They're playing tomorrow. Okay.
It's so funny to me that they do opening day and then immediately have a day off. It's like, keep the momentum going, man.
Yeah. Some of the series, they just do like a 2-game series and then that's it.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
And also, too, I think Toronto's not open. They didn't have their opening day till tonight, and I think also the Braves didn't open till tonight either. It's just And I saw like a short from Tim Kirchin I think he was on Foul Territory. Saying that if it was up to him, they would have all of them play on the same day with the Reds throwing the first pitch, being the first pitch of the season, which I agree with because they're their oldest team in the league.
It's so easy.
Make it
so easy. That's not hard.
Yeah,
never hard.
Make it ceremonial. So shout out to Tim Kirchin for bringing that point onto that Foul Territory pod, so we can get that in there too. But the ABS system was also in effect yesterday in that Mets Pirates game where Alvarez, behind the plate, the catcher, got a strikeout on O'Neal Cruz, ironically enough, on a ball 3-2 count with the ABS. So it would have been a walk for O'Neal Cruz, but it turned out to be a strikeout thanks to Alvarez's appropriate use of the ABS. We're going to see that a lot this year, probably. I think.
I'm gonna be interested on some of the stats on those of like
it's
how
probably gonna be like
often they're
mostly.
successful versus not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting where it comes down to in the end. There, Alec Bohm.
We'll see how it plays out over the first month at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of successful or maybe not successful situations, Mr. Alec Bohm, Phillies third baseman, he's in a legal battle with his own parents, as it seems to be, with over $1 million. I think Jordan had the right context to this. Jordan, you want to give that context real quick for me on this?
He's suing his parents for alleged misuse of his money for millions of dollars. So basically, like he's literally suing his parents for like misusing around like $3 million, as Jacob said to report the show. Like,
yeah.
And like it's gonna get ugly. The parents are basically saying like are sad about the allegations. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a fun times because season started. I think he's in a contract year. If I remember correctly, I think he's one of the more overrated players on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a long year for him. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like to add on top of that, along with that Phillies fan base, like they're like if he makes a mistake, if he screws up, they're going to rile on him. They're probably going to want him traded.
Yep.
So yeah, so yeah, this is gonna be a fun year.
This is a pressure season for Bohm and everything like that, and it is a big time season for Phillies in general because they need to. This is probably the last hurrah for that squad with Harper and Turner and Schwarber. And all those guys. This is the last ride, so to speak. And Bohm is a crucial part of that success or not success. It's because if he struggles, I think the Phillies will struggle overall and everything like that because they don't have production. They can't get that production from third base every day in that situation. So from one player that's, dealing with stuff to a guy that just got money before the show about 3:00 this afternoon, Baltimore Orioles agreed to a deal with Shane Baz, a 5-year, $68 million extension after they traded for him in the offseason from Tampa Bay and everything like that. I got to scroll down here. I didn't have my banners ready. Why did they do this to me? Anyway, so there's the banner. I got it right in there. So tune in to go look at my article on TotalApexSports.com on the extension. I did also add a Gunnar Henderson part to it too because it's a big deal for the O's, payroll wise and everything like that. They're
trying to stabilize that core.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they need to
especially the pitching core because besides Rogers, I have some question about Baz. I have question about the O's like rotation in general, but like I think they'll do fine with the hitting. It's just that it's the pitching that's been a concern, but still, like I think they'll do fine.
I think right now Rogers after yesterday solidified me as the ace. I have to look at the Bradish line. I think they did play today, and I have to look and see what Bradish did. And I'll report back
play tomorrow.
Oh, they play tomorrow. They are off today too. Dang.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a weird thing, man.
But yet some are playing 2 days in a row. Like the Tigers and the Padres are playing again. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm so excited to watch my favorite team after months off. I get to watch them once, and now I don't get to watch. Like the fun of baseball is getting to watch them like every day.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate Jordan keeping me straight on that. I do. But yeah, it's a good extension. I like it. I just hope Gunnar gets his extension done soon because he needs to be an Oriole as long as he is in his prime. And he's been the best player for the O's since Adam Jones, in my opinion, as I said in the piece.
So better than Machado when we was no.
I consider Machado and Jones in that same time frame. You know what I mean? They were on the team at the same time.
Machado's been on too many other teams to be synonymous with the O's
true.
now. Like Adam Jones was an Oriole.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he was an Oriole through and through. Yeah, Machado went to the Dodgers and then went to the Padres.
Yep. So that's why I didn't say Machado. I think Adam Jones.
Yeah, I think
Machado got traded. That's the thing. So that's what I think. So that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Machado was a great Oriole. Don't get me wrong. He was. He was a great Oriole. But at the same time, I think Gunnar is like the best player on this on this year's team by that. I think
100%.
He's definitely been more successful in his Oriole career than Machado was.
Yes,
100%. Yeah,
100%. So I hope Gunnar stays an Oriole. With that being said, I think we'll have more MLB stuff on Sunday, but we gotta slide on to the NFL and talk about some of this NFL stuff real quick. First thing on the agenda on the NFL news is apparently a Florida Attorney General gives the NFL an ultimatum until May 1st to ditch the Rooney Rule. Now we all know what the Rooney Rule is. It's supposed to help hire minority coaches, and it hasn't done it as it said it was going to do in a long time. I think it was only one minority coach that got the job this year, and Robert Saleh. No African American head coaches were hired in this cycle and everything like that. So the Rooney Rule hasn't worked to what its intentions are. I'll start with Jacob on this. What are your thoughts on the legal system trying to get the NFL to change the Rooney Rule?
Well, I think it's interesting that they're trying to get rid of it rather than really change it, because I always looked at the Rooney Rule as forced lip service, because it's not really – they're not really going to hire these people. It's more just like, we'll interview you. We might hire you, but it never really materializes. So I find that interesting, but I also think, ditching the rule in general, I wouldn't say is the way to go. I would say definitely needs a major overhaul, but I don't think we should just completely throw it out the window.
This is an example of political theater. This is the Florida Attorney General saying, hi, I'm going to take on the big bad NFL and look at me go, and I'm trying to do this. And I mean, I'm sorry, you don't think the NFL has lawyers that have looked in to make sure this rule is up to the law's standards?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything Matt says 100% true.
You got a legion of lawyers that could just do whatever they pay him out of. Like, they probably pay more in lawyer fees than they do anything else. So, yeah.
I would be disgusted by how much they pay, like, to keep someone on retainer.
Yeah. Big time. The next NFL topic is involving Mr. Tom Brady. Speaking of players or people trying to challenge the NFL definition of longevity, Mr. Brady wanted to come back. It was confirmed that he wanted to try to make a comeback. He talked to the NFL about it. The NFL was like, didn't want him back. Looking at a flag football game now, granted,
can the NFL prevent somebody from playing? Well, like a team can just be like, "We'll sign you."
Well, don't worry, the Raiders will sign him. The Raiders will sign him. Don't worry, he's gonna play QB.
He's a minority. Yeah.
Guess what? It doesn't matter. He'll come back, y'all. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Like, you see his last year, right? You see how bad he was in his last year, right?
Yeah, I go with Nicholas. Just put him on the Wizards. Like, just don't play basketball on the Wizards, Tom.
Yeah.
Not in the Wizards. No, it's the Wizards. No,
as a Wizards fan, I don't think that would work out too well.
I mean, is it going to be worse? Like,
don't torture Jacob.
I don't think it would work out too well.
Gosh, man. Like I said too, like I think the cleats he had though, they're a different cleat than what he wore like for his entire career. So he had a different cleat that rotates and stabilizes the knee. It's like a new cleat. I don't know what the brand is. It's not like a major brand, but it's like a new startup kind of a brand.
Yeah.
And like so every movement and cuts and stuff like that. And it's interesting if he were to come back and wear those cleats and everything, I think it would be a good move. It would be if he were to come back. Obviously Brady's not coming back.
Are those cleats gonna help his arm?
No,
Are those cleats gonna help
I'm
him
just
not
saying,
get sacked and murdered?
science, if it were to work right and everything like that, and it would work, we might not see as many ACL injuries and stuff. So
yeah, but that's more about more of a turf issue than a cleat issue.
Brady putting hard flagrant 2 fouls on Bam to keep him from getting 83 points. Love that comment.
Shout out Shane. Shout out Shane Foley. Shout out.
Shout out to Bam, man.
So
shout out to those being pathetic. So
in other NFL news, the NFL refs are in a labor dispute with the NFL currently right now and everything like that.
Okay, I'm a diehard Green Bay Packers fan.
Yep.
Also, wonderful comment, Nick.
Grab me a river.
And the last time that the NFL did replacement refs,
yep.
We had the Hail Mary.
Yep.
Which, yeah. And that's what caused the NFL to cave. So here's the thing. Everyone, of course, again, had now 10 years of my life to be like, blah, 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 blah. You're just whining. It's going to be, you're not going to whine when it happens to your team. Because if the NFL goes into the season with these replacement refs, something like that is going to happen again. Yep. It's going to happen again,
baby.
Yeah.
and it's all fun and games until it's your favorite team that has a shot at the postseason, and it's I don't understand how this multi-billion-dollar corporation can't figure out how to pay their refs enough.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It is.
It's sad.
It is really sad and unfortunate. And it's like right now, refs they broke the labor talks and are at the impasse. That's what that is saying there. And it is
they still have a little bit of time before OTA.
We still got time, but it is still not. It's not looking great.
Yeah, I understand it's all negotiation.
Next CBA is going to come soon. There will be it'll be a strike soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you become a replacement ref? Can I do that? Like,
do it, Matt.
How I feel like I could ref a game just as good. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of things that I could not do. So there's some ref watching this going, I'm going to type this angry email to Total Apex Sports and tell them how difficult it is. I'm sure it is.
No. You'll get dots, Matt. You'll get
There's
dots.
There's a bunch of refs that do a different thing on the field. So if they need me to watch the line scrimmage, I'll watch the line scrimmage.
Yeah.
Need me to move the chains? I'll move the chains. I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, they got rid of
I'll
the
watch
chains,
for something
Matt.
across the goal line.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30K. I'll take 30K. I don't care.
100%. I mean, that's the thing. The refs, I love what Nicholas has said, especially with that comment I just showed with making them full time, add the sky, making sure the sky judge is really in use and training them, and
with all the technology, there's so much stuff that we can very easily and quickly overturn, or correct. That I do think that it just there's a way to do it and make it better for everybody. Using technology and the human element, anytime you have an objective thing like a pass interference, a holding, it's hard because those are objective calls. Whereas something like did the ball cross the goal line is not as objective. I'm going to transition now. I'm just taking over with Ty Simpson.
I'm
just taking over.
No, go ahead.
Ty Simpson, all the Dan Orlovsky, Ty Simpson thing, which this is why is the draft not 2 weeks after the combine? Answer me this. Riddle me this, Batman. Because this take is because we have so much time.
Yeah.
We have to talk about something. Yeah. And so we
got to turn something up.
Oh yeah.
yeah, we gotta make social things and we gotta be viral, and we gotta fill all this time. And so Dan Orlovsky decides, hey, you know what? It's time to tell everybody that Ty Simpson is actually the best quarterback. And I texted a bunch of GMs. It's like, okay, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, great job. We'll put you on read.
Here's the interesting stat that I heard on a pod that I was listening to on a fantasy football podcast that was talking about the draft. The knock on Ty Simpson is his limited amount of starts.
Yes.
And the
God.
only quarterbacks to come in with his starts or less in recent memory are names like Trey Lance, Tua Tagovailoa, Mitch Trubisky, the Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
The only one that has had some type of success and worked out really, really well is Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is a physical,
he's the one to
he's a physical marvel. Yeah. So that helped him out big time.
CJ Stroud is the other one that I would say is an above average, though the last 2 years have been questionable. So basically, if you are taking Ty Simpson, you are betting on an outlier.
Yeah.
And it just, I would be obviously it matters what round you take him, and it matters when you take him. I think if a team took him at 25, I'm like,
I swear to God,
whatever.
someone takes him in the first round, I'm laughing my ass off.
Like you've been doing. No, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think the Jets are going to tech. Yeah. Trey Lance, we have not heard that name.
He's still with the Chargers, right? He re-signed with the Chargers.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He re-signed, but he's like the
what
third.
a bust! Legit, what a bust.
I knew. Well, here's my background of Trey Lance, real quick, before I give my thoughts on the Dan Orlovsky stuff. So, I'm a JMU alum, as we all know. On the pod, and we were playing the North Dakota State Bison in the 2019 FCS championship, and Trey Lance was starting for the Bison at the time and everything like that.
Yeah,
this is his first season before the COVID season, and everything. That he didn't even play the COVID season, and that's where he got drafted in that draft, the COVID draft by the Niners. So they based him off they
traded up for him. Go look at that trade, friends. They traded up for him. Sorry, Brandon. Go ahead.
Well, I'm getting back to it. I knew in that 2019 game, watching that JMU North Dakota State Bison game, I knew Trey Lance was not going to be the quarterback everyone was hyping him up to be, because all he did was run for 150 yards against us, and that was it. His arm was terrible against us in that game, and JMU has been one of the pillars of football, success in recent, from 2016 to now. One of the winningest programs in Division I football. If you count both FCS and FBS time, JMU is one of the top teams, and Trey Lance struggled throwing the ball.
If you're struggling at the D2 level, you're going to struggle when you get to that.
Well, no. So FCS.
Oh, FCS. My bad.
It's still Division I football. We got to stop with the D2. D2 is D2. FCS
is Joe Flacco, right? Joe Flacco was a D2 quarterback, Delaware.
That's FCS. That's FCS.
Oh, that's FCS. Okay.
FCS. Yeah. Don't worry.
That's FCS. I love this discussion. I love that it led to this because I was JMU was in FCS for a long time. They won 2 FCS national championships. So I love defending the JMU Dukes in any way I can and their FCS success as D1, because at the stadium is D1 national champions, D1 football national champions underneath the scoreboard at Bridgeforth, 2004 and 2016. Should have been 3 times, but I digress. Getting into the Dan Orlovsky, Ty Simpson stuff, I agree with everything Matt said. This is basically Dan trying to create social buzz to get the draft hype, because it's where the draft should be earlier than what it is.
Yes.
Granted, we have to get through the league year and how the NFL does the league year. I get that. But Dan's take is awful. Pat McAfee said it best. In the biggest moments, Mendoza stepped up.
Yes.
Simpson did not, including the game head-to-head with each other before Simpson got taken out by D'Angelo Pons.
Yeah.
Former Jamie Duke, by the way, Mr. Pons, and everything like that. So, But that being said, I mean, Dan Orlovsky, Dano is one. I still respect Dano to a T a little bit on some of his analysis, but that one was just a little bit out there.
Yeah.
So
he's just making a take just to make a take. Like that's why I always call these draft things. Like, it's just there for him clicks. Like that's why I always like anytime you hear like, yo, this guy, he's gonna be the best thing in the draft, man. I'm like, that's just a take to have a take, man.
Should I just put out a take right now and we can try to get it to go viral? Let's see who's a quarterback in this draft, guys. Alrighty, hang on. Let's see.
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
All right.
He's gonna be the top 5 QB, bro.
2026 quarterback draft class. Okay, here we go. Just hang on. Everyone get your things ready. Alrighty. No, actually, that could be. I've got the perfect hit, guys. Carson Beck is actually the best quarterback. I don't know if you saw his run in the national championship. And his Georgia days, guys. This guy's a winner. This is my favorite draft. He's a winner.
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
Yeah, exactly. He's a winner, man.
Yeah, it's not like he plays for the best program in the nation.
Yes, just like how JJ McCarthy was a winner.
There's Nick helping you out, man. He's number 3 on Nick's list.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a number 3, all right.
This is a weak quarterback class. I mean, we knew that. Simpson will go probably in the first round, but we've also seen. I mean, remember when Will Levis was going to go top 5, and then he fell to the second round.
He fell, and then he fell hard.
If you get Ty Simpson in the second round, sure, why not? Like, once you get out of the first round, do whatever you want with a quarterback.
All right. Now we talked about Dano enough, and Dan Orlovsky's lousy take. But we have to move on to Myles Garrett and his rework deal and the speculation around that right now that the Browns might trade Mr. Garrett. Granted, I don't think the Browns did come out and say we're not trading Myles Garrett. This is just
sure.
This is what everyone says nowadays. We're not trading our star player until someone blows them away with an offer. Now, I do think I've been on Eagles Twitter. As you know, I've stated on this podcast multiple times, I'm a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Yes.
We all know this. So I've been on Eagles Twitter, and ever since the Browns reworked that deal, Eagles Twitter, Eagles TikTok, Eagles everywhere, Eagles fans everywhere are speculating because Howie was interested in Myles Garrett last year.
Yeah.
To make them, he's probably going to make a move for him. Now at the same,
I don't know about that as an Eagles fan, Brandon. I don't know about that either.
I don't know because here's my thing. Myles Garrett coming off the sack record is, but he is like getting up there in years, and I agree with.
We were in the mix for Crosby too, but he's also up in the years part too. So
this is the move that if your team does it, you're like, this is the greatest move ever. What an all-in move. But then when your team doesn't, you're like, what a dumb move. They gave up so much draft capital. The guy's 30-something years old. I'll believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I think the problem is the Browns' asking price. Like, it's one of those like they're getting to the point where they've missed the window. Like their asking price is too high for what he is. Yeah. And going to be. And
look, it's also the Browns, Matt. So I can kind of see the Browns like AJ Brown and a 23rd, the 23rd pick in the draft. We'll take that. I can see them doing.
They're going to ask for more
stuff like that.
Anytime after a crushing loss, I have a friend. He's a Lions fan. I'm a Packers fan, and we just go, well, at least we're not the Browns. And then we move on.
Yeah.
At least the Cleveland Brown and the poor Cleveland Browns fans, whoever is watching this from Cleveland.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
We
we're so
apologize.
sorry.
I'm sorry for the fan base. I'm not sorry for that organization that gave Deshaun Watson all that money.
Oh yeah.
The organization.
Well, here's the thing. So Nick brought this up. The Browns pitching the Browns pitching that 5 first-round draft pick rule. Yeah, that's not. I think the NFL is going. The
How
owners
can we
are
make
gonna
ourselves
shut that down.
more of a laughing stock?
The owners will laugh at your face. Like Crosby got them 2 first-round picks, and that deal was nits because the Ravens got cold feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta agree with them. Like Crosby got some injury issues. Like, so yeah, and again, Miles Garrett put himself in that situation when he signed that deal with them. Talked about, oh yeah, trade me, bro. Trade me. I want to go to a winner. Then you be signed with that organization. You kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I could lose every game for the rest of the time if you paid me $280 million. I will go out there and lose in spectacular fashion if you pay me $280 million. Please.
Yeah.
No. That's true, but still, like, you cry about winning. I'm like, my dude, you picked this, so
yeah. You could have done it before, but now it's a little bit harder, even with the rework deal.
Yeah, exactly. The rework deal helps Cleveland if they wanted to do it. Moving on to scheduling, we're going to be quick with this. The NFL has officially announced the 2026 regular season will start on the 9th, was it Wednesday? Because of the Australia game between the Rams and Niners, it will be on that Thursday. So the normal Thursday. So we will have Seattle's hanging to the banner for Super Bowl 60 on Wednesday, that Wednesday evening. So we'll have Wednesday football this year in the NFL. So we just need
week 1. Who cares? It's the like 7 games in 9 days around Christmas that you're like,
yeah.
Oh man.
That's a little crazy. And then the NFL possibly shifting their schedule to Labor Day weekend. That might cause the college football schedule to move up. So the scheduling is going to be chaotic over the next couple of years, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens there, obviously. But we have to get into this Puka Nacua stuff. Oh, gosh, Puka, what have you done?
He's a fighter, y'all. He's a fighter. So ever since that JSN deal, he's crashing out. He's like, bro.
Yeah.
Do I have to like fight people now? Like the dude's a clown. Like he's taking out.
I saw a nickname for him on Twitter is Puka Nacua.
Oh, geez. As we have been alluding to,
I'm going to chew you up. He's hanging out with kick streamers. Like it's like they used to hang out with celebrities and singers. Now they hang out with that's just kick streamers. Are you kidding me?
The thing about the Nacua thing is just it's one thing after another at this point, because we had what was it? There was another thing. We had him.
So he's I'll get it to you real quick.
Yeah, he was talking about how he said he did an anti-Semitic dance, and then he did another thing.
Yep.
What was the other thing?
He tried to do that, like the little hand thing.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he said CTE doesn't exist, and now he's doing this, and
Oh no, that was Scataboo that said the CTE stuff.
No,
was
it
Nacua said too. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I think Nacua might have said, but the recent one was Scataboo.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I might have gotten confused. My bad.
You don't remember this. Remember, he was talking about the reps. I think it was during the Seahawks, before the Seahawks game, where it's with Aaron Ross. Dude was crying about the reps, and then they lost. He was like, you know what? I was right, y'all. Reps were stinking, y'all. I'm like.
The more that I listen to NFL players, the less that I want to hear their views on the world.
Yep.
And more just like, okay, I'd like to see you get back on the field, because I'm sure the Rams are calling Puka and going, okay, man.
Yeah.
Sean McVay says he's going to kill.
PR managers just like
their PR managers are
just pulling their hair out. It's like, what is going on right now?
Yeah. So as let me get into it a little bit here before. So the topic, with that is, so he had the first anti-Semitic comments on Ada Ross's stream.
Yeah.
During the season. This situation was he made anti-Semitic comments to this girl, and then he bit her, that same girl, I think, or something like that, on the shoulder. So it is evolved to now, abuse and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what the NFL does with Mr. Nacua in this situation. It has been. I don't right now. I haven't heard any updates from the NFL side of it. If it's going to be an investigation, and Shane brought up the point too, because the Rams were in the AJ Brown sweepstakes for a little bit. Now we might know why, because this happened a while ago. Apparently, like before, this week, it just got put out to light this week. I think by TMZ. So this happened a while ago, but it's now into the light because it's a whole situation. It'd be interesting to see what happens with the Rams and Nacua.
For a team who's trying to win a Super Bowl, like are making all-in moves to try to do the one last hurrah. This is not what you want to hear in the offseason.
No, definitely not.
No.
You want like workout videos and look what this player's doing in the offseason. You don't want this kind of stuff.
And then the final two NFL topics real quick. We'll be quick on these as well because we got a lot of NBA to cover.
Yeah.
Sonny Styles said I love to play multiple roles in the NFL like Kyle Hamilton. That'd be a smart move there as well for him because to get more money if you do multiple things. And his 40 time and all that, his combine, he can do multiple things on football.
He has the athleticism to do it.
Yeah. So that is true. And then Arvell Reese, his potential role of edge or linebacker, I think he's a better edge in my opinion.
Isn't he categorized as an outside linebacker?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like with his closing speed and all of that, I feel like he'd be better suited as a linebacker, and he could just do a role like a TJ Watt. Somebody who can cover out on the edge, but also rush the passer. I feel like that'd be his best role. It's just somebody who's a multifaceted linebacker.
Yeah. So I think we've covered all the NFL. We'll have more NFL next week on the show as we lead into the April Combine. I do want to shout out Nick's. He's been commenting tonight, but Nicholas is doing an April Fool's Day thing. Stay tuned for that. It'll be a YouTube video on the channel as well as multiple articles on the site. So I just wanted to shout that out on this podcast. And it will be a fun thing that Nicholas is doing. So look forward to that, everybody. All right, let's get into the NBA news. First off, I'm going to start with this. Mac McClung. He broke the G League scoring record a couple days ago, but he also
the career scoring record,
scoring record. A couple of days ago in the G League. And he also came out and said, explained the absence to Bleacher Report and from the 2026 Slam Dunk context. Here goes Nick saying he's a scrub. I just shouted you, brother. I just shouted out, and now you're gonna disrespect Matt McClung on the podcast again.
Is there anybody that you like, Nick, at all? Like anybody?
Anybody.
Everything we've done, always a scrub.
I'm with Nichols on this one. Like,
Nick.
This is
you can always done.
We're talking about. We just led our NBA section by talking about someone breaking the G League scoring record.
Hey, Matt, he should be in the league. He should be in the league already. All right. I defend the reason.
He'll be in the league.
He should be getting a chance. I mean, at this point, they give him like he signs a deal, and then like a week later, they're just like, "Oh, you got cut." Like he didn't even play.
No.
Well, how can we know?
No, but here's the thing. Here's the context of why I defend him. Virginia boy. And I like the JJ Redick, Allen Iverson, Andrew Rousey, the guys like that, and great high school players from Virginia. And this kid has the potential scoring wise to be not like Allen Iverson level, but he has the potential to do things in the NBA. as you can see in the G League. It might be just one of those cases where he's, one of the best G League players, but he just can't find a role in the NBA team.
Like that one guy that played for the Lakers in like the last game of the season all those years ago.
Andre Ingram, I think his name is.
Yeah, Ingram.
Oh, that's a name.
Yeah, that's a throwback right there.
That's a throwback name right there. And I love I think Mac McClung will get an opportunity in the league someday and prove people wrong and prove he's not like a scrub. But I thought also too with Cam Thomas being waived and everything like that, as we highlighted on Tuesday, the league is slowly moving away from just a scoring hot microwave type of player. You need to do more than just one side of the ball.
NBA expansion could be coming.
It could be
Mac
coming.
McClung headlining the Las Vegas whatevers. LeBron.
That could happen. That could be. Hey, it could happen. It could happen. But
happen, all right.
No, I love. Oh my God! Don't you put Matt McClung with Tiago Splitter?
I wouldn't put Splitter in there. He's won a championship, man.
Brown, let's go.
He was the starting center for the Spurs when they won the 2014 title. Give Splitter his respect, man.
I have no idea who the second person is, so you're right. And then Kwame Brown.
Sloppy Mapetadki.
Stanislav.
Might as well put whatever that guy's
Alfred
name was.
Payton, baby. That man.
Who was the number one overall pick for the Raptors all those years ago? His name was Andre something.
Andre Bargnani.
Yeah.
Bargnani. Yes.
Yeah, put him in there instead of Splitter, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do any Splitter disrespect up in here.
Well, speaking of Spurs, that was a good transition, Nick. Thank you for giving me Tiago Splitter. The transition to Wemby. He made his case for MVP earlier this week. After the Pistons game, I think it was. No, it was the Pistons game. Yeah,
it was the Pistons game. He got asked.
Yeah, he got asked about it. It's obvious that Wemby should be in the MVP race. 100%. I know. Also, I'll tie this in too with Michael Wilbon saying he was voting for Jaylen Brown for his MVP. And everything. So this year's MVP is going to be a weird race. Because you can arguably have four guys that could win it. Like I said, Jaylen Brown and Wemby. You got the obvious pick in SGA, and then you got Luka Doncic and what he's doing as of late.
Yeah. This might be a real close MVP race because you can make the case for any of those four players, and I'm not upset.
Yeah.
Well, also this MVP race might be like whoever's left standing because everybody's near that 65 game threshold. So if so and so doesn't make it, it might go to this guy. So I think it might come down to whoever's the last one standing in the 65 game rule thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I do think, if I want to comment on Wemby real quick, I think I saw an MVP straw poll and a ladder on the NBA website recently, and I think they had Wemby. One of the ladder had him first, and then the straw poll had him second.
Yeah,
I do think with Cunningham being out and the Pistons still finding ways to win without him, I think kind of hurts his case just a tiny bit.
Yeah,
and I also think Wemby, the way the Spurs have been playing the last month and a half, especially with Wemby's now doing what he's doing healthy. Yeah, I do think he's definitely neck and neck for SGA for that award.
Yeah, 100%. I think what Shane just brought up is a good point for Luka not being the race per se because of the defensive side, and the other three have defensive capabilities.
And
I don't think defense should be the main
No, I don't think it should be.
It should be the main thing.
Because we've seen so many great players win the MVP award. They're not great defenders like Jokic, Harden.
Usually it's top two seed. It's and that's where Luka falls out. Is unlikely, darn near impossible if I remember the standings that the Lakers get a top two seed.
Well, right now they're the third seed.
Yeah,
they're the third seed right now.
Still,
they're literally they're neck and neck with like three other teams for the third seed because there's like two games that separate like the third to the seventh.
Yeah.
Almost. So it's weird.
It's a weird race in the West for
Yeah.
sure for this top 6 and then 7.
Like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think also for me, I think Wembanyama makes the case. I would, if I had a vote, I probably would vote him. I would vote him as my MVP because of what the Spurs season
Yeah.
had, like the surprise of it. Like they were like, okay, they were supposed to make the jump to the playoffs, but not the 2 seed in the West.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's the argument
Yeah.
though for Jaylen Brown though, is that the Celtics are supposed to be nothing. And especially if in this final 2 weeks of the season they can make the 1 seed interesting. I think if the Celtics can come back and take the 1 seed from the Pistons, I think Jaylen Brown gets a lot of that credit. Even if Tatum being back is a big part of it, I think Jaylen Brown gets a lot of that credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
It's mostly gonna be Brown like that.
Yeah. Jaylen Brown deserves recognition for this season. He'll probably get first team.
Yeah, first team.
Definitely first
team All NBA. I just don't know. And to your point, Matt, about the 1 seed and making it interesting with the Pistons and all that stuff with Cade being out and everything like that. I just don't. But the fact that Tatum's back now, and it might take away some of the shine from Jaylen Brown a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they weren't really a title contender. I mean, they were sort of like a favorite to come out of the East just because the Eastern Conference is a really weak conference. But at the same time, now that obviously now Tatum comes back, their ceiling goes a lot higher now.
Yeah.
So
But speaking of, we'll just jump to the Celtics win over the Thunder real quick since we're on
absolutely.
it.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll jump since we're talking about Jaylen Brown. The Celtics beat the Thunder the other night. During national television, that game. That was a great game to watch, and everything like that. I'll start with Jacob on that game. Talk about that game in some perspective, real quick.
I think it shows the Celtics are for real, and I think it kind of also shows the Thunder and the holes they have in their game. Because when you watch that game, the Celtics were almost daring the Thunder. Oh, let's see if you can really outshoot us on the 3-pointers. We'll give you and it never materialized for them on that end. Yeah. And I think for the Thunder, the biggest holes for them obviously comes from their lack of scoring outside of SGA, because while Jalen Williams is a good player and he was a crucial part of them winning the title last year, he's also dealt with injuries, so that plays a factor into it. So, 100%. And I just think, and for the Celtics' sake, I mean, they're hot right now. I mean, ever since Tatum come back, it reignited everything. I mean, they were good. They were in the 2nd seed for the majority of the season up to this point. But I feel like it's really just taking them to a next level. And Tatum's really starting to find his stride. Like in this game, he didn't really shoot well, and that's to be expected. But, his defensive versatility, his rebounding, is so crucial for them. So I feel like Celtics are for real with that win.
Do you think this is a finals preview?
I don't know, because the West is such a tough conference.
Legit bloodbath, and I'm not a fan of the Celtics against the Knicks and the Pistons.
Celtics,
Knicks.
I don't
Celtics,
know.
Knicks would be
I
a
think
fun
the
series.
Knicks
it'll be fun.
Match up well with the Pistons. I think they could beat them for sure. Knicks would be a little bit tougher. But I feel like going back to the Western Conference playoff preview.
Yeah,
I think it's just like you have the Spurs, who are one of the best defenses I've ever seen. Yeah, and then you have the Nuggets, who have Jokic and Jamal Murray, who are playoff, masters. Yeah. And then you just have the Lakers, who are dangerous right now with the Luka, who's red hot.
You can't count out a team with Luka and LeBron on them. Even at this age, you can't count out that team.
Not even Luka. A heartbroken Luka.
Yeah.
He's gonna play like his life's on the line. Let's go.
Even though him and his fiance were married, I always called it. I think Luka's in his divorced dad era. So
exactly, they're couple.
So, and then I'm surprised. Well, we're going to get into like this. I'm going back a little bit here. We're going to get into the Caleb Williams stuff in a little bit here with the Iceman, George Gervin stuff. But I have to talk about the Wolves. And since Jacob kind of started with the Western Conference thing, the Wolves became the first team. The first team to ever to erase a 13-point deficit in overtime.
Well, they went on a 15-0 run to end the game.
Yeah,
and that was
15-0 run to end the game.
Crazy, man.
15-0 run.
One of the
And...
Yeah. My fault. My fault.
No. I'm about to say, like, I'm about to let you finish, man, because I'm about to talk about the Rockets, and like, there's a lot of dysfunction, man. If Kevin Durant's like burner comments about the team were real, or like messing it up, like, yeah, they're gonna be out. They're gonna be bounced in the first round.
That's where I was gonna go. I was gonna go with that. I was gonna lead it into one of y'all talking about that Rockets. So I'm glad you did it, Jordan, because the Rockets right now are a mess. They're a mess. They're a mess of a team. The Fred VanVleet injury is proven to be catastrophic because they don't have.
Shepard has not proven to be the guard they need him to be.
Yeah,
he's okay. Like he's a good bench piece,
but like VanVleet is an all-star caliber guard. So.
Not the point guard that they needed.
Yes.
There was a stretch in there where Reed Shepherd was playing great, and you would thought that the Rockets are going to be like one of the top contenders. And that's the thing. Shane brought this up. This was without Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. The Timberwolves doing that without Anthony Edwards. They might get hot again in the playoffs and make a surprising Western Conference Finals run.
Yeah, for the third straight year.
But they have to deal with Julius Randle, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Dealt with him for a while.
For the Western Conference, I think for a lot of these teams, it's going to be matchups because I think if the current playoffs hold, I think where are the Rockets? The 6th seed right now?
Yes.
If they play, and they're going to have to probably play Denver, that Denver's going to wash them out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then like same, and then I think also
Lakers on the 3rd seed.
If the Lakers have to play the Timberwolves again, I do think that'll be a struggle for the Lakers.
Yeah, 100%.
Just because the length and the shooting capabilities of and Anthony Edwards is a great playoff player. So
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now let's get into this Caleb Williams Iceman trademark request and all this discussion, because trademarks are an interesting thing for players to do. Obviously, they want to have their merchandise and all this fun stuff with trademarks. So you have to trademark certain things. I was not aware that he was getting called Iceman until this came out. Interesting.
The Packers fan of me is going to show until he had like 2 good games in the cold, and
Oh no, I thought he did. I thought he did in the playoffs, y'all.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but the fact that he's calling himself Iceman and then bringing to the attention of George Gervin is a interesting.
It felt like a Spire sense with George Gervin.
Who thought that the trademark had been filed by a lawyer who died of a heart attack and didn't file the trademark. Like this is one of those insane stories that what I love about it is no one's doing anything morally wrong. So I don't have to worry like the Puka Nakua thing. Like it's just this funny, petty argument between and Jacob, you were saying there's another wrinkle to this, that there's a third Iceman.
Yeah, there's Chuck Liddell, the retired UFC fighter. Yeah.
So he apparently
he was called Iceman for so long, and I'm surprised he didn't have it trademarked already.
Well, so I think that's the thing is I think he has applied for the trademark.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so his application is technically first. So technically, like the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office could award it to this UFC fighter and not either. This is delightful. This is just
delightful to watch. Corey, we will be talking Tiger Woods at the end. So stay around. Stay tuned for that.
We'll mention a couple things.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about Tiger Woods at the end. I would say it is a sketchy situation to preview it at the end. We'll mention it at the end of the show, so stay tuned. To get into the Hornets real quick. Nick loves to have the Steph Curry to Charlotte. Ever since the the situation with Dell's retirement and everything like that.
Yeah,
jersey retirement. It's hyping it up. Con Kneppel making history again, being the youngest player to ever hit 253s in the season. Congrats to Kneppel.
Yeah,
great season. The Hornets I think the Hornets are a play-in team candidate.
They're a solid playing team.
I would hate them in the first round.
I'm
not saying that the Hornets would win. I like.
Oh, they're not going to win, but they'll
be a pain for anybody.
But like that's not your first round series against a 7-8 seed. Like, I mean, if you're the Celtics, again, you're beating the Hornets in a 7-game series, is my opinion. But that game's going 6 games or 5 games where you're
7.
really having to
maybe even 7. It's just because when you look at the Hornets offense, they can just shoot the lights out most nights, man.
Yeah.
With Kneppel, Ball, and Miller, I just don't see there'll be a tall task for any playoff team.
That's not the first round matchup you want.
Yeah.
No.
And also, good for the Hornets.
I forgot to highlight Shane's comment real quick too. Should we call Luka the Black Mamba now?
No, absolutely.
Nah.
What kind of question is that?
I agree. Call him the Force Mamba.
Yeah.
Maybe the White Mamba, but
no.
I'm interested to see how Mr. Iceman Caleb Williams follows up his insane season. I'm just very interested to see.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and follow up real quick, and in this NBA discussion, we'll have plenty of time to watch, next week to talk about draft prospects. I mean, Darius Haycock was obviously the guy that we've been highlighting on these shows, and Arkansas just lost big to your Wildcats, Jacob.
Yeah.
We'll get into that a little bit later.
Wildcats.
The good old Arizona Wildcats. But now we got to get into Adam Silver's proposal for stopping the tanking. So this came out earlier this afternoon.
Get your brains ready.
Get your brains ready. It is a doozy. So the first proposal, sources told ESPN's Shams Charania, it would be an 18-team lottery with the bottom 10 teams that missed the play-in tournament and the 8 teams that qualify for it all will be a part of the draft lottery. The bottom 10 teams will all have an equal 8% chance of moving up in the lottery, with the remaining 20% of the odds being split among the 8 play-in teams in descending order from 11th through 18th. All 18 spots will be drawn as a part of the lottery in that format. So, like the lottery that we have now, that will be that situation.
Oh yeah, that'll stop tanking.
That will.
That's a bunch of word salad that doesn't make sense. Again, I personally think the play-in's a joke. Like the play-in teams in there are a joke. Like if you're in the play-in, like you're not getting a chance to that draft lottery. Like they're probably going to break for the Bulls to win that pick, to win the lottery. I'm like, the joke
is it. So now this is where the minds have to get prepared. So the second proposal told to Sarania, 22 teams are in the second one. The bottom 10 teams that missed the playoff tournament or the play-in tournament, the 8 that qualified for it, and the 4 playoff teams that lose in the first round will be all included in the lottery and will be ranked according to their records across the 2 seasons. The last part, weighing the teams by their record across the prior 2 seasons, is how the WNBA weighs its lottery system. So they're thinking about doing the WNBA.
Why would they ever want to do that?
I don't know.
Just stay that in English.
For the draft part, why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know, Jacob. So under that system, each team would need to reach a minimum win. Each team would need to reach a minimum win total floor in each season to mitigate the need to lose every game possible. For example, if the minimum floor for an individual season was 20 wins, a team that went 14-68 would be 20-62 for lottery purposes. And if a team wins 40 games one season and 20 the next season, it would go in as 30 wins for the lottery, so forth and so forth. In this system, the top 4 spots would be drawn as part of the lottery, as is currently in the WNBA.
So once I hit 20 wins, then I can start tanking. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, wait a minute. How many teams are in the WNBA?
Right now, with the new franchises, be like 18 teams.
And how many teams are in the
like
NBA?
20 something in the NBA, so
It'd be 30. It's 30 teams right now in the NBA.
30 teams, yeah.
Okay, give us a third one, and then
yeah, the third.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, I want to hear this third one.
How much?
All right, Jordan. Let me get to this.
Where's your logic?
Yeah, let me get to the third one. So the third proposal is a 5x5 method. Sources told Sharonium. In this one, the same 18 teams from the first concept, the bottom 10 that miss the play-in, plus the 8 that make it, would be entered in the lottery. The teams with the 5 worst records would then all have the same odds, with them descending from there. And there would be a lottery drawing for each of those top 5 picks in the draft. After those 5 picks are selected, there would be another lottery drawing for the remaining 13 teams. So it's a separate thing. So the top 5 would be a lottery, then the final 13 would be a lottery.
How does this solve? Because to me, if I'm owning a team, I was like, okay, we just got to tank to make sure we're in the bottom 5.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand how this solves tanking.
I don't know either, Matt. I don't know. I'm reading it right now from ESPN's website. So credit to ESPN for what I've been reading this whole time.
Well, look, the NBA's got to do something. Might as well just throw something out there and make it look like
let's throw some dog poop at the wall and just see how it sticks. Come on.
Yeah, pretty much.
It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
People are going to find a way to try to tank.
Yeah.
That's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so maybe instead of just we're trying to stop tanking, this is you know what? Why is there not as much tanking in the NFL? Because there's less games.
Yeah.
And you can't have people that are going to get, contracts. So many people on an NFL roster are not guaranteed their second contract. They can't tank. They have to play hard so they can make their second contract. And so, it's I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff wrapped up into this, but there's no way to stop tanking because the problem is it works. And you have to hit the draft picks. I understand, like, there are teams that do it well and teams that don't. You can go across every single sport. The Spurs were terrible and were actively tanking. And guess what happened?
They got rigged.
It worked out.
Pajama.
Yeah.
Well, they got
rigged that match.
They got top 3 pick the last 2 years with Castle, or no, they got top 3 the last 3 years with Castle,
Castle, Wembanyama, and Harper. They hit on all 3 of those.
Well, that's the thing too. I think Castle was technically the 4th pick of his draft, but still top 4, 3 top 5 picks the last 3 years.
100%,
the Thunder were bad for years, and even the 76ers, we can joke about what they did, but their process worked. They got an all NBA MVP candidate. And I mean, if an injury luck bounces one way or another, the 76ers might have been either in an NBA finals or winning a championship. So it works. There's no way you are going to completely get rid of tanking.
No, but with that being said, over the next several weeks, owners are expected to discuss the detailed concepts which I just read. There's a little bit more on that 5x5 one that you can go on the ESPN's website and read about. And everything like that. I think we have written it too, or if we haven't, we
have. Yeah.
I think Justin might have had something on it.
Yeah, Justin's always on top of that.
So check out Justin's article on our site actually on it, not the ESPN article, but I'm reading right now. But my fault. Over the next several weeks, owners are expected to discuss the detailed concepts with their representative team leadership groups in basketball operations to better digest the potential impacts and unintended consequences of these proposals by Silver before the May vote. Essentially, I'm just paraphrasing there so we can get on to the WNBA news that I have for us today.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's go.
The Houston Comets are, one of the legendary original teams in the WNBA, but they went belly up a little while ago. They're now the Connecticut Sun sold their franchise for $300 million, and to an ownership group that is moving the team to Houston and bringing back the Comets name. Our writer
Cheryl Swoops.
Bring back Cheryl Swoops, legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Our writer Vince Penabesa is going to write an article on this on the site. So I'm going to pop up our banner again real quick on that. Tune in for more information. Tune in to TotalApexSports.com.
Yep. Just check that every day. Lots of great stuff going out.
Yeah,
on all kinds of stuff.
Every single site, y'all.
Yeah,
every site. The entertainment site as well. Then the Herald. I want to shout out those real quick before we get into the expansion draft. So we've been talking about this, and I've been writing on the site as well about the WNBA CBA. It finally got agreed upon, and now we have the date for the expansion draft. Yeah. Their offseason is going to move. It's going to fly by, and the season is going to get here in May like it's supposed to. But the highlight is the new franchises of Toronto and Portland. They're going to get their expansion draft on ESPN on television live at around 3:30 in the afternoon on next Friday. Yeah. We'll have full reaction to that draft on the pod next week. We'll be reacting to it. Me, Andrew, and whoever we have on the show next week. Yeah, we'll be reacting to it live. So I just wanted to bring out these quick bullet points in the WNBA before we get to our final segment of the show, other than the Tiger Woods stuff, which we will get to at the end. But we have to start talking about the NCAA tournament. Last night we had the first 4 games of the men's Sweet 16. Right now at halftime of tonight's action, Duke was down at halftime by 1 to St. John's. So that game's at half. I can't remember.
Michigan and Alabama are also Alabama's up by 1 halfway through the first half. Yep. So the games are happening. But last night, was some good games. Even though there was some Illinois pulled away in the second half, Illinois kind of showed up there. The Purdue game with Texas was fantastic.
Epic.
Yeah, that Houston game was a little ugly though.
Yeah, it was
especially
ugly
early on, because I looked at the scoreboard when I was watching the Arizona game, and I saw 4 minutes left in the first half, and it was 14-14. I'm just like, what's going on?
Yeah, it
was 2-0.
Oh my goodness, so ugly. Yes.
Yeah. I gotta say, I mean, Jacob, you're gonna love this, but Arizona looks very good.
Yes.
Arkansas really didn't there was never a time in that game where I was like, well, maybe Arkansas can.
Funny because all I heard for the week leading up to it was, you got to watch out for Acuff. You got to watch out for Acuff. I'm just like, Acuff could go for 50 and we're still going to win by a comfortable margin, because we have so much balance on this team that even though Arkansas, was trading buckets with us the entire game, we never lost control, because we just keep coming and coming and coming. And it's just, watching that game last night was euphoric for me as an Arizona fan, because not only are we finally back in the Elite Eight for the first time since 2015, but also, that was kind of just a statement game, was just like, we're here. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Especially following that Utah State game, which we, barely scraped out that one. But it was just, it was just so euphoric.
That's the tournament, survive and advance. And the Wildcats are looking like, the most dangerous team. We had the Houston loss, from Illinois, but the surprise team, the Iowa Hawkeyes, proved it once again. They're a dangerous team, and Ben McCollum is a rising star.
I'm glad. I know it's a blue blood program, so it's hard to be like Cinderella, but I am happy that a lower seed has kind of made some noise here. That does make it kind of if you are a lukewarm basketball fan and you're just kind of looking for a team to latch on to, Iowa can be that team.
Yeah, Iowa's definitely been the Cinderella, and even though they have a pretty decent program, it's been amazing to watch what McCollum has been able to do. And that Nebraska game was a really good game early on. I mean, it kind of plateaued a little bit in the second half. Nobody could really hit a shot, but man, that first half was pure cinema.
Yeah, and then the Hawkeyes ended the game winning the game by 8, but they ended it. I think no.
They got the practice really and 4 people.
Well, the game really shifted when Nebraska only had 4 dudes on the court, and they
got 4 dudes. What was the plan?
At full court.
What was the idea?
I mean, still, if you're a Nebraska fan, though, I mean, the fact that you picked up not 1 but 2 tournament wins, you made it to the Sweet 16, first time ever in program history.
Wow, like the Sweet 16. That coach for Iowa in his first year, 3. 2 wins in your entire history. That's objectively funny. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about Hoiberg or McCollum?
McCollum for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, McCollum. No, the funny thing about McCollum is he came from D2 and he was a freaking winner. He won 4 championships at the D2 level, man.
Mm-hmm. He's a winner.
Crazy.
He's like people have been comparing him to Kurt Signetti.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, and definitely it is showing that he could pull off a Kirk Signetti.
And also, I want to kind of just plug this in there real quick. Can you guys guess when the last time the Iowa Hawkeyes made the Final Four?
Was that the 80 team that made the last time?
1980. Can you guys guess who the coach was of the 1980 Final Four team?
McCollum?
No, McCollum is new. It's the guy.
I'm talking about the 1980 Final Four team. That was the last Iowa team to go.
It was the guy who he took the picture with. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it's the guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Who?
Lute Olson.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
I knew it was somebody. I just can't remember
who it
was. Yeah, shout out to Lute Olson, Arizona.
Arizona, baby. I love that little connection right there.
I figured
I saw that. I was like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah. The one thing, though, I mean, everyone's kind of bemoaning the lack of upsets, but it does make this Sweet 16 Elite 8 matchups really juicy because you are getting these top programs, top players, and so if you enjoy basketball, this is a great time. Love. I don't care what's happening in the tournament. Cinderellas, no Cinderellas. I'm just gonna enjoy it.
Here's the thing too. We're gonna transition to the 2 previews of the games that we got set up last night real quick. I think the better game, to be honest, is the Big Ten matchup with Illinois and Iowa. I think. Because matchup wise, like Wackler versus the Iowa system is going to be a fun matchup in Houston.
Yep.
I'm just
Big Ten has just had so much success in this tournament, man.
I mean, good for the Big Ten. With Arizona at this point, I mean, obviously anything can happen. That's why you play the game. But I'm just like, I think they're going to steamroll Purdue. Purdue, I think, is a good team. I
think we'll win by a comfortable margin. I think it'll be close early on. But Arizona, we've been a second half team all season long. Like no matter what, if we go into the half with like a 2-point lead, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a little closer than I thought," and then we just pull away. We literally just impose our will.
That's
down the stretch.
Been kind of this tournament throughout. Like it seems like there's a lot of teams that are like, they're hanging around in the first half, and then like the doors get blown off.
Yeah,
it's kind of been like what Duke did the first 2 rounds too.
Yeah, and then you have Kaufman Wren. I would shout that tip in.
Of TKR.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to Purdue, man. They got a great bunch over there. TKR, Lawyer, Smith. I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah,
but obviously bias. I'm going to say Arizona wins, but
I mean, without bias, I'm going to say my pick would be Arizona as well.
Matt. Our man Jerry Harkins, right? If you watch,
I love Jerry, but I think he's wrong.
I mean, here's the thing:
watch our March Madness bracket, our final.
Yeah, he picked Purdue to win it all.
The All Big Ten Final Four is still in play. I mean, you can get first of all, you're going to guarantee get one from either Iowa or Illinois. Yep. Michigan State will play tonight. We'll see if they continue to advance. You've got Michigan in the one side of the bracket. Obviously, they're dealing with Alabama right now, and they'll have to deal with either Iowa State or Tennessee. and then you've got Purdue. So I mean, again, anything's possible. I wouldn't bet on that, but it's crazy that that there is a very logical path to an all Big Ten Final Four, which would be absolutely crazy.
In Indianapolis, in where they play the Big Ten championship in football. So
I don't know if I want to see that, to be honest with you.
I think I see at least 2 Big Ten, maybe 2 Big 10, 2 Big 12 with Iowa State and Arizona. I want to see that.
Probably. That'll be a fun matchup. I have no dog in it. I just want to see the chaos.
I think the chaos is going to happen. Let's see what we could get. We could get the UConn St. John's for a 4th time because of the UConn winning in state and then what St. John's is doing to do right now.
Yeah.
So
St. John's going to choke.
It could happen.
See.
Right.
It could happen.
It could happen. Right. I mean, if I had a score update, I can get that real quick.
It's still 40 to
39 at halftime. Oh, it's still halftime. So we're good. We're good on that.
The one to watch right now is Alabama sure doesn't have any problem scoring on Michigan, and that's Alabama's game.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
That is interesting. That's interesting. But we do have to talk about the women's tournament a little bit. As I got on my television right now, the Minnesota UCLA game, second quarter, UCLA is up by 3. Minnesota ball. UConn won earlier today, handily over Carolina. Vanderbilt lost at the end on a missed 3 from their star to give the Irish the win there in the fourth regional. So I think we got
to talk about Hidalgo's game, man. That was
Hidalgo
and that chicken play.
I think that sets up UConn Notre Dame in the Elite Eight in that regional.
That'll be an interesting game, but UConn's a powerhouse. I think they're going to win.
UConn's going to sweep it. But we have to talk about Hannah Hidalgo. 30-point triple-double. Her and Caitlin Clark are the only 2 to do it with steals, I believe, in the tournament. Since steals was recorded in 1988.
Did Clark do it with steals? I thought it was with.
I know Hidalgo did. I have to look it up. I know they shot the graphic and it said like with steals, since steals was counted in 1988 for both.
Okay.
I'll have to look that up real quick, Jacob. But you can go ahead and highlight Hannah Hidalgo's day against.
I mean, what a player, man! It's just amazing to see what she's been able to do in her 3 years at Notre Dame. I mean, she came in as a highly touted freshman, and right from the jump, she's been an all-world defender. And it's unfortunate that Notre Dame had to be in the same bracket as UConn because I feel like they would definitely be. I would definitely pick them to be in the Final Four in another region.
Yeah,
if that were the case.
So I think so. Caitlin Clark did rebounds. It looks like so.
Okay, thought so.
So I
the
think
traditional way would 10-10 rebounds.
41, 10, and 12 in that game in the tournament.
Okay.
So I think she did it the conventional way, but Hidalgo doing it with steals is
that's insane.
It's impressive.
And nearly a quadruple double if she got a few more assists. So
nuts.
Yeah.
But I think in the women's tournament, I expect if there was a 1 seed to go down, right? It could be Texas, or it could be South. It's the 2 SEC.
I think it's either USC or Texas. All right, I definitely the 2.
UCLA, not.
What's up?
It's UCLA, not USC. As a 1 seed.
No, I'm talking about USC, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. These are the 2 SEC. Okay. Got it. Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I live in South Carolina, so I'm used to calling them USC now.
Yeah, no, you're good. That's the right way of doing it. That's the right way of doing it, I guess. But the 2-1 seeds are most likely to go down, or I think it's South Carolina and Texas, the 2 SEC.
Well, they got a tough matchup tonight. USC does with Oklahoma, so I think that'll probably. If I had to bet, I think that'll be the best game of the night. But Texas, UCLA, other games. I think they'll be interesting too.
Well, so Texas is playing Kentucky tomorrow.
Yeah,
that would be. I think that's my one to watch.
Because Kentucky's been underrated this year, especially in this tournament. I think what are they, an 8 seed?
They're a 5 seed.
5 seed, yeah.
They played James Madison in the 5-12, and then they played West Virginia in that West Virginia section of that bracket. So But the interesting thing, it's in Fort Worth. The regional is in Fort Worth, so Texas will be. It's essentially a home game for Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we all are in agreement here. UConn, the way they've been looking in this tournament, too dominant. I think they'll win. They've won.
I do want to add one comment. Even though it's in Fort Worth, doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Just like when Houston played Illinois and Houston, they got their.
Yeah, no, it isn't guaranteed.
Turns out when you can't score, it's really hard to win.
Yeah, that too. That too, man.
I think it was someone that in here that brought up the home field advantage point when he put Houston in his Final Four. I wonder who did that. Yeah, you brought it up first.
Well, I did it because I'm a Big 12 homer. I thought, okay, Houston.
Up to 12, y'all.
They have a good.
You brought it up
I'm like, okay.
Hey,
look, I didn't expect them to get blown out by nearly 30 against Illinois. Who saw that one coming?
Yeah. Especially after the first half. Like the first half was exactly how Houston wanted to play it, and then just Illinois, they couldn't stop them.
Yeah, Illinois caught fire, and then all of a sudden Houston can't make a shot for the rest of the game. I'm just like,
that's crazy. Yeah, but no, I think the men's tournament has been more interesting so far, and like I said, the women's tournament has been interesting too, especially like we highlighted with Hidalgo's performance today.
I definitely say the first and second round of the men's tournament was definitely the most interesting one because we saw a lot of great games there.
A lot of great games.
Yeah,
I hate that. I was expecting the Dukes to have a better game against Kentucky than what they did, but they struggled in that first quarter. That's really what sealed it for the Dukes, unfortunately, against Kentucky. Great. I mean, I'm happy for Kenny, obviously, former JMU women's coach and JMU player and all that stuff. I'm happy for Kenny Brooks. But the unfortunate thing was for that game, they won that first quarter 32-10, but JMU won the rest of the game. Basically, So
basically, if they don't have a bad first quarter,
it could have been 12-5. If we could have had a 12-5 upset in that women's. But with that being said, too, I think we're gonna slowly wrap up this episode
very quickly. We'll take the Tiger Woods thing, and then I got one quick thing for us.
Yeah, the trivia. Yeah.
So I got a little trivia question for y'all. So, Tiger Woods was arrested today. Suspicion of DUI. I mean, just what's there more to say other than just, man, like what a career that looked like was going to be. This is going to be the person that's going to shatter all record books. Is this guy ever going to see the course again?
Yeah.
I mean, even though he's still, I would consider the greatest golfer ever. It's just, it's like one of those. It also is kind of like a big what if.
Well, so here's some updates from ESPN on the Woods stuff. Here's some more updates. So that at the time of his arrest, he was showing signs of impairment, so that they arrested him for suspicions of DUI. Now, the breathalyzer didn't show signs of alcohol in his system.
Well, it doesn't mean he's not on drugs, though.
But here's the thing: he refused to submit the urine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah. So that could be what's going on there. And then Trump had a statement real quick too, saying he's a close friend of mine and he's got some difficulties. So
let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best.
Let's hope for the best on that.
Something more fun. All right. Here we go, friends. We're gonna end the pod here with I love sports trivia. I love sports questions. So we're going to the NFL.
Yep.
The top 20 of career passing yards, most career passing yards in the NFL. There are five of them who were not first round quarterbacks. Now I'm excluding Warren Moon and Fran Tarkenton because they were drafted before like 1994 when like the draft is what we know it. Yeah. So there are five of them in the top 20.
Yeah.
Who are one of them should be an absolute gimme. Who are those five players?
So we got Drew Brees is one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So that Drew Brees is the interesting one that sometimes people miss because people forget that he was the first pick of the second round.
Yeah.
So he is number 2.
Matt Ryan was a top pick. He was a first round pick.
Yeah, because he had a great career at Boston College. Okay.
Yeah.
So Matt Ryan's the first round pick. Was Favre? Are you excluding Favre from that list?
Favre was a
Because
second round pick. So
Really?
the Packers
Wow.
traded a first round pick to get him, but the Falcons picked him in the second round. So Favre is number 4 on the list of all time passing yards.
Tom
So
Brady.
Breeze and Favre.
Brady's on
Tom
there.
Brady.
I was saying,
Brady's number
Tom
1.
Brady is number 1.
Tom Brady,
Yeah.
Favre. It's Peyton on that list?
No, he's
Peyton
the
Manning
first
was
Peyton Manning's
top overall pick.
he was the best quarterback in the college football,
round.
man.
Yeah.
First overall pick.
He was the
There's
number
2
one
more.
overall pick.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
Phil
absolutely
Manning.
know who. Like there's neither of these players are people you're like, I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Philip Rivers?
No,
he was a fourth. He was fourth
a-
overall pick.
Yeah, he was a
Oh,
4th round
okay.
pick. John, like Eli Cry, he ain't going to San Diego.
Oh, that's right. He was the Eli San Diego thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Phil Rivers is not the answer here.
Though Philip Rivers is number 8 on the list.
He's on the list, but he's not
He's on the list. He's just not a. He's a first round pick.
God.
He's not on Matt's question. So we said Favre, we said Brady. I mean, I think Nick. I don't want to give Nick credit, but I think I'm gonna give him credit. Russell Wilson's on that list.
Russell Wilson is on those. He is number 16.
Wow. Okay. That was a good guess.
So yeah, he is number 16.
That's 4.
So there's 1 more. 1 more.
Nick just gave us Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk.
It is Kirk.
Wow.
Kirk.
Number 19 on the list. So
One more.
Brady.
I personally think he's overrated, but still, I love Kirk.
Brady, Manning, Favre, Wilson, and Cousins. Now, again, you've got Warren Moon, Fran Tarkenton, who were technically not first round picks.
No. Was it? No, it was Brady, Favre, Breeze, Wilson, Cousins. That's the 5 that you.
Yes.
Manning.
Yeah, that's the 5 in the 1994 modern draft era, so to speak. That top 20 in yards. So now, interestingly enough, that just because you're top in yards, Kirk. It's funny because Cousins is the only one of those that does not have a Super Bowl attached.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins' career is a wild one. So
he's a bat secure. He secures the bag.
The Romo one is good.
No,
answer.
Romo didn't have that long of a career.
Yeah, Romo was 42nd on the list.
He's 42nd, but he was undrafted too. So
the next one, if I'm not mistaken, would be Andy Dalton at 26.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Andy Dalton's gonna be there.
Red Rocket.
I'm gonna do a quick bail here because my wife is calling me and I'm gonna answer her. So you guys can keep talking, but I'm gonna go help my wife.
Well, Matt, thank you for
help your missus. Don't be in the doghouse. Go in the chicken house.
Yeah, I gotta go take care of my chickens and talk to my wife. So
we're about to end it. Do you want to promote anything real quick before?
Oh yeah, I guess you can follow me at Sorcerer Matt if you want to. You can find me on YouTube. I play Ticket to Ride videos, not anything really in sports. But if you like hearing my voice and watching Ticket to Ride, subscribe.
I'll let you go then. Yeah.
And all the Total Apex stuff. Subscribe to this channel,
Total
please.
Apex.
Absolutely. So thank you, gentlemen. I'm sorry to kind of butt out, but I want to make sure I don't get divorced or have to be sued like Alex Bubs right there.
Exactly. Go ahead. we'll slide into the ending here. So that was our one of our owners, Matt Brown, here at Total Apex Media. Great addition to this episode of the show. I appreciate him for joining. I hope he comes back, for a couple more episodes because that trivia segment was fun. That's coming along and doing that. So, Jacob, go ahead and shout out your social.
Shout out. You can follow me, JD Perrine 24 on Instagram. That is probably like my only real social I have. I don't really have a Twitter. Don't really have a Facebook. Outside of that, you can also follow me on my Muck Rack online. I have the same exact username up there, JD Perrine. So follow me up there. And just keep an eye on Total Apex Sports stuff. I'm trying to post as much as possible. Everybody here tries to post as much as possible. And of course, pay attention to all our other Total Apex stuff, the Herald, and things like that. So
and Jordan, go ahead and shout out your stuff, man. Thank you for.
All right, you can find my writing Total Apex for Total Apex Family Total. That's all that good stuff. You can also find me at Sports Brand with Jordan Ramos. It's a nightly podcast by myself where I just ramble about the sports world, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Find my Twitter. We're going to find my Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky account, JCRound6898. You're going to find my TikTok, JCRound79. And yeah, sport world is getting big again, and opening day it's here. It's gonna be fun, and hopefully there's no more games on Netflix, because if I see another one of the worst scorecards I've ever seen in my life, dear God, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, we
God,
didn't.
It looks so bad. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
we didn't mention that when we were talking about the Netflix, but yeah, that scorebook's not that good.
It was terrible.
I need to change that immediately.
One of the worst broadcasts I've ever seen in my life. Let's go.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, you can find me on X at 30BLS on X. You can find me at YouTube and TikTok at Alex Highlight Reel. I'll share all shorts and all that stuff on there as well from here. And obviously Total Apex Sports, where you find me on my writing and stuff like that as well. And wanted to shout out real quick the wrestling podcast for next week. It's gonna be fun. We've been doing like WrestleMania countdowns and stuff like that. So I'm sure Nicholas is going to come up with another WrestleMania take countdown as well for on next Thursday. And this Sunday, we're going to start the new baseball podcast, as I alluded to earlier, with Chris Brayton as the host. And I'm going to be on there as a co-host sort of deal. And we'll try to get more people on. You know, it's going to be Sundays at 7 just to wrap up the whole week of baseball and into the new week. It should be a fun show. I'm looking forward to it. Chris is a good, he's had another baseball podcast at another place. He pitched it to me and Molly. And I'm looking forward to it. Helping him out build his podcast here at Total Apex Media. Shout out to the Tuesday show. We're gonna have the Tuesday show. It's gonna be great. Probably will cover more detail on the Tiger Woods stuff on the Tuesday show. I would think. Just a tad, we got into it here at the end of the episode here, but we can get into it more on Tuesday with more information that comes out, everything like that. And I think also we'll have a Corey's pick for women month. So it should be an electric month or electric episode, because it'll be the last Tuesday of the month. And yeah, with that being said, this has been Brandon Ellis, the host of the Total Apex Sports Podcast, Episode 9. Peace out, everybody.